Morning, everybody. Welcome to Faith Unfiltered. Let's talk about risk for a second. We take risks all the time. You know that, right? We risk rejection if we ask someone out. We risk failure if we start a new venture or a new project. We scroll through TikTok and Facebook, risking that we're going to go down this 3-hour rabbit hole. We take risks on things we hope are worth it. But what if I told you that the God of the universe is the biggest risk taker of all? And he's taking a risk, and he's risking everything on you. Think about this for a minute. In Matthew 18, Jesus tells the story of a shepherd with 100 sheep. One of those sheep goes missing. Now, the shepherd doesn't say, 99 is a good average. 9 out of 10 ain't bad, I just cut my losses. He doesn't say that. He leaves the 99. The safe, secured, guaranteed flock. He leaves. He goes into the wild. He goes into the risky, unknown territory to find the one. See, God is willing to risk the secure and safe for the sake of the lost. That risk is driven by relentless love. But it gets even more personal for you and me. Listen to Romans 5:8 for a moment. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this, that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Let that sink in a minute. See, he didn't wait for us to get it together. He didn't wait till we were a safe investment. He didn't wait till we were predictable or low risk. He loved us and sacrificed it for us in our absolute worst. While we're actively ignoring him, while we were actively hurting others, when we were making a mess of our lives, he still died for us. And my friends, that's the ultimate risk. Investing everything in someone who gives you no guarantee of return. And we see this pattern all through the Bible. Let's talk about Moses for a minute. This dude's in Exodus. He's an old dead dude for a lot of y'all younger people. But God shows up in a burning bush to a guy who is wanted for murder. He's a living fugitive in the desert who has zero confidence, and he stutters. But God has a big plan. He wants to send him back to the most powerful empire on earth to demand that this empire release their entire workforce. From you and my perspective, Moses was the worst possible candidate for this job. It was a huge risk. But God saw what Moses could become in his power. See, here's the point. The God I serve is not some distant, safe, calculating CEO. He's a risk taker. He's a seeker. He's a redeemer. He's a father who runs into the storm to find his kids. He believes in you more than you believe in yourself. He sees your potential when you can only see your past. He invested everything for you on a cross, long before we decided to ever love him back. So if you're feeling lost like that sheep, if you feel like you're too much of a mess or too much of a risk, know this. You are exactly the kind of person that God is willing to risk everything for. Your value, my friends, is not to be perfect. It is being his. And in that, you are worth the risk. Have a blessed day, my friends.